Brianna Whitehead coming in. And jibing across is Brianna coming back to the beach. Good race for her as well. And we're ready for race number 4 and the men's side. Men's race 4, start time 14:09. And 1 minute to the start. Men are lining up now. And 10 seconds to the start. And here we go. Start race 4, men's qualifier. Clear start from the race committee boat. And we're on the way. As you see the fleet on the monitors, really close race here. Jockeying positions, going away from the beach. Everybody's going to look at everybody else, making sure they're clear to tack over. And if you have somebody behind you, it's really hard to do that, especially if you're just above them because you're going to interfere with them. Protests there, and you don't want to do that, so you have to go until the person behind you decides to tack over. It means sometimes you lose some ground. James Johnson takes a lucky punch here. And tacked way early. Looks like Guy Bridges had a good start. Close him with Theo De RAMECOURT of France. And Brother Olive following him. Nicolas LANDAUER currently in 7th position. And there's one of the Bridge brothers coming upwind. Leaning back, looking down into the other rider as they're setting themselves up for the first round of the mark. Theo De RAMECOURT of France is taking the lead. Guy Bridge close behind him. And Bruno Lobo right below them also. But it looks like Theo's got a little bit more speed. Nice angle on his part. Speed right now, 42 kilometers an hour, and Theo's gaining on the rest of the fleet. He's coming up to the ley line pretty soon here, and he's going to tack over. And there they go. First 6 riders are coming up. And we'll round that winner mark right now. Close race. Theo 2 seconds ahead. Top 8 guys around the mark. And as you go downwind, you kind of lean back a little bit more. You pull back on that handle on the kite. We call it cheating out. It makes you go deeper and more towards that leeward mark. Speeds go down a little bit. You've got to be careful. You can't go too much and too deep down. You got to keep the angle, keep that speed up. And generally speaking, on that leg, if it's not that windy, positions don't change too much. What does change, however, is when you move over and change to the other side of the course. And we're seeing the entire fleet doing that right now, following the leader, Theo De RAMECOURT of France. Guybridge having a good race as well. But everybody's in there. Nicolas PARLIER in the middle of that mix also. Theo lost a little bit of ground. And Maksymilian ZAKOWSKI of Poland in the leading group, rounding it off with CALBUCCI of Italy. Martin DOLENC didn't have a good start this time and is in the second group, a little bit behind the first. And here they come jibing over again. Inside the leeward mark. Great jibe. Nice timing here from both riders as they pinch across. And you can see how tight that is. Riders separated by 3-4 seconds. They're going to lift their kites up, come around, lean back again. You'll see them adjust their straps in front of them, powering up the kites. And coming back upwind for round 2 to the windward mark. Bruno Lobo really having a good race here. Looking back, checking on what's going on with the competition. Look at him crouching, leaning back a little bit. Always pulling down a little bit on that bar. That powers up the kite. And he's right in front of Guybridge from Great Britain. Bruno's got the white kite. Guybridge on the fly surf for black and orange. And Nick PARLIER right behind him on that orange ozone kite. Coming back upwind. See how they're crouching over. Always gently pulling on that bar. And over goes Bridge. Tacks earlier. And I think that paid off for Bridge of Great Britain. PARLIER on his tail. And Bruno behind him, but he's got a higher line. So that'll be an advantage when they come up, tacking on to the windward mark. And there they go. You can see the different styles a little bit. One person going a little bit more speed, the other one pitching a little bit higher. Bruno on the white kite, PARLIER in the orange kite. And the orange and black. This is Guybridge. In the back, Theo De RAMECOURT coming up and tacking atop that entire fleet. And Florian GRUBER, who had great races, right now in position 4, so solid for him. ZAKOWSKI of Poland down below. Nicolas LANDAUER following Florian GRUBER. And Bruno Lobo just barely hanging on to that lead. It's really going to matter when they tack over up to the windward mark. And here we go, kites going up, lifting up, pumping up again, and laying over. Looks like Nicolas PARLIER might have dropped out there. Skybridge is leading. Florian GRUBER second. And then PARLIER in third place. So now it's down to the wire. Second time around. Downwind. 2 jibes. Lining it up to the finish line. And again, in these light winds, you're going to have to be perfect on your jibes. You're going to have to maintain your speed and also not get nervous. You can't have the guy behind you force you into jibing early. Pick your own line and just stay focused. And that's where Nick PARLIER is so good from France. He's been there so many times before. Guy Bridges knows that though. And Florian GRUBER sneaking in as well. He'll be below him, and he's going to try to force one of these guys into a mistake. Florian's pumping down there. You can see him, the lowest rider. And they're looking at each other. There's Guy Bridges, Florian GRUBER below him. See, Florian's got the better position now. He's down below, and that means he's got to right away. He kind of makes up his mind when he jibes, and then Guy can't do anything about that. He has to wait. Florian's looking. He's not going to give up. Looking back one more time. Waiting for the right time, and I think Florian thinks he's going to win this. There goes Guy Bridges jibing. Florian later on makes this jibe, and PARLIER is in the inside. There they go. It's going to be a close one coming in. And here we head to the finish line. And you know he's got a big grin on his face. Oh, almost wiped out there. Florian GRUBER looking back. He's leading. He's looking back. And it's always kind of a little bit dangerous when you look back. You can lose your focus. Not much of a balance miss there, and the board goes down. See him pulling on his bar, kite low, looking back, seeing how far back the competition is. I think Florian's got this wrapped up. He's coming towards the finish line now. He's not going to ease up, though. Really just keeping his distance. PARLIER's right behind him. And there goes Florian. PARLIER. And then Bridges of Britain in third place. Those 3 guys separated from the fleet. Great race, and here's Florian GRUBER grabbing his leg on. And race 5 for the women is going to start pretty soon as we finish race 4 for the men. Florian GRUBER holding his left leg. It's hot out there. When I spoke to the riders earlier this morning, they just said they need to come in, have some water, and hydrate. 36 degrees Celsius, not much wind.